what am I looking at here? Family?
Yes, family, yes.
Wonderful.
Mother, father, son, daughter, girlfriend.
Come on over. I'd like to talk to all of you. Get your opinion on what's going on, because...
Alex, this would be good. Come here.
Yes. Because, I mean, after all, we just, our president was just over and talking to the Queen.
Yes.
And you walked in front of her like this. Alex, you want to talk about...
Yeah, well,
About what?
Let's talk about Trump.
Trump. Oh, I love him.
Well, indeed. So, what is your opinion of our president, this visit? What happened? What other than he walked in front of the Queen? Which, I mean, okay, get down here in the streets and talk to some of the people, Queenie. So, I mean, as far as you see, we don't, Uncle Sam, I'm Uncle Sam. We don't really cotton to too much of that BS here.
No, that's
So,
what
yeah, so, I mean, that's why we had the revolution, right?
Yeah, you've got to be British too, and even some of the Brits are, they're not, they don't like the royal family, but some people do.
Oh, well, indeed, and I listen. I can understand. I love the traditions. England has given us many of our laws. They've given us a lot of what we are. So I mean, there's too much in common. We got the same language, same religions, except for now, not maybe so much anymore, because of what you've allowed into your country.
That's good.
Yeah, it's become like Londonstan now. Now there is a man that I want to get your opinion on. Are you familiar with Tommy Robinson?
Henry, do you know who? Ask him.
Tommy Robinson?
Tommy Robinson.
He's part of the Britain's First. He's in jail at the moment.
Yeah.
What about him?
Well, I mean, I want to get people's opinion, because he's in jail for ostensibly doing what I do.
Yeah.
Being out here on the streets, talking to people about things the government does not want you to know.
Right.
So he got thrown in jail. He was out on the street talking about a Muslim pedophile grooming ring that was going on in a courthouse.
Right.
The police came along, and within 5 hours, he was sentenced to 13 months in prison.
Right.
So he was just like taken off the streets, thrown in prison, and was like, shut up.
Technically, they were Pakistani, right? It's a Pakistani group, and paedophile group, and he got thrown in jail for speaking on the street.
Yeah, we've had similar types of things in the UK, but what I have an issue with is when people, like, if you want to say a Pakistani group, but why say a Muslim group? Because a Muslim, I think Muslim is like, I'm a Catholic, and many years ago in the UK we had the IRA, who were Catholic, blowing us up. But it was more that they were from the IRA, it wasn't their Catholicism that made them. Do you see what I'm saying? So I think it should be...
Yeah, but the difference is here is that you cannot separate the Muslim religion from their politics. They're one and the same. They're not, you can do that in any other instance.
Yeah.
But the Muslims do not separate themselves from the political...
Some Muslims do.
Well, yes, some do, but the ones that don't are the ones we're talking about.
Okay.
The ones we're talking about are the ones that have started pedophile sex grooming rings.
I understand that.
And are doing that. Now, on the flip side, we could talk about the Catholic Church and their pedophilia,
exactly.
which should be also, but there, I don't see anybody in the Catholic religion, running into malls right now, blowing themselves up, getting in lorries and running people over, throwing gays off of buildings, or taking their women and treating them like objects.
Yeah.
So it's a very patriarchal, very backwards religion. You're bringing them into your country, and they are not assimilating. When you bring people in too fast, they're not going to assimilate, they're going to take over.
But am I right in thinking that you're saying if you're a Muslim, then you shouldn't be allowed into America or the UK because you're a Muslim?
at times, every country, including ours, has stopped immigration altogether for different reasons.
Yeah.
So, indeed, the globalization, as it were, because the globalists are trying to form a one-world government. Well, how do you do that? You do that by destroying independent nation states, blending their cultures, so nobody knows who anybody is anymore. And it creates chaos. This allows the elites then to come in with their NATO one-world armies and go, oh, we're gonna take care of things. We're gonna settle things down through our oppression. Right. So they use their oppression to go ahead and form the one world government. Yeah. The way to bring down nation states is to open up the border, allow people to come in that are not going to assimilate, overwhelm the welfare system, create chaos, and then have the elites come in as the saviors.
Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you. But as I said, I still have an issue with the umbrella of Muslims. I just don't agree with that.
Well, they're the ones that are doing it.
Yeah, they're the ones you're saying. Not all of them.
Well, yes, so if there's a, what's wrong with saying that's a Muslim group of men in there? I mean, if it was a Catholic group of men, I'd say, what's wrong with saying it's a Catholic group of men having a pedophile sex ring?
Yeah.
What's wrong with then saying, well, there's a Muslim group in there, or a Protestant, or a Jewish? I mean, what's wrong with mentioning it?
What's wrong with saying there's a Pakistani group of men in there?
Because you're just telling it like it is. You're just saying what is. You're just saying a basic fact.
Yeah.
You're not hiding it. Hiding it, if anything else, is worse than just saying it.
Yeah.
The one thing I would say, Tommy Robinson, right? I know you've obviously read up on the guy, right?
I know a lot about
that. But I wouldn't say that he's a good person from what his past is.
He says from his past, he's done things. He was a thug in his past.
Yeah, he was really not a good guy.
But the thing is, now he is. Now the guy is out there speaking, and he's out there. He's putting himself out there. Mm-hmm. And he's allowing himself to be the punching bag. That in itself takes a lot of courage. That in itself says, look, I've repented. I know, I was that in the past. But I'm here now telling you this has got to stop. Because they're destroying my country. And because, why else would the English government come out, throw him in jail, and here's the kicker, is when they said the press could not talk about it. They made it a national security issue. You can't even report about him being in jail. So that means, what is this, Star Chamber? They can come along and take me off the street, throw me in jail, and say, Uncle Sam? No, he didn't. Who's he? Don't know anything about him.
There's a lot of people up in arms about it. They don't like the fact that he's in prison. I've seen a lot of the...
As they should be.
Okay, we've got to go on a tour.
It's a pleasure.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.